Excuse me, fabulous place.
It is.
It'll be packed for the NFL draft, though the Packers will not be selecting for hours. You don't even remember 182, so I can't believe that it's that special. Or if you had been 52, or am I overrating the importance of draft day, which I assume would be huge for any football club?
No, you're not. You're not overrating it at all, Homer. I think outside the birth of my children, that maybe that falls in there somewhere. I got 3 kids, so outside the birth of my kids, I think it falls a little bit underneath that. But if you're talking about immediate, you're talking about a kid that's 18, 19 years old. Well, maybe not. A little bit older. Yeah. Maybe 20, 21. And a monumental moment in my life
is the Homer Hour
was
on
that
94.5
being drafted. And so, did I just tell you a story about me being drafted or no? Did I ever give you the?
You may have, but I want to hear
notes?
it again. This is a special day. Every other day of the year, you could tell it different. Than this is draft day. All right.
So, a representative of the Dallas Cowboys came in town the day before the draft.
What is in town?
Madison.
Oh, so you're still in Madison?
Yeah, I'm still in Madison. And he came in town.
That's true. You were still going to class.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So they sent a representative in town and to Madison.
Let me stop and interrupt because that's what I do. Were you drafted when the draft was still like Tuesday morning or something?
Well, it was 12 rounds.
Yeah, but it was early in the day in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry. People should know that because they have no idea that it was all one day.
Yeah, so 7th round. I had to wait a while, obviously.
Yep.
So the Dallas Cowboys sent a representative in town the day before, and he had taken me out to eat. Me and my girlfriend, her name was Kathy, which ended up being my first wife at the time. And he took us out to dinner to the Nitty Gritty.
Was it like Brandt, the famous GM?
No, he wasn't there. It was some sort of representative, some sort of scout that they had there. So he took me and like 12 other guys out to dinner to the Nitty Gritty.
12 other?
Yeah. And I think most people don't know this.
Excuse me, it's not the Nitty Gritty. It would be Marsh Shapiro's Nitty Gritty.
Fine.
Because how many free meals did you get from the Nitty Gritty?
Well, I was on scholarship, Homer. That's okay.
No, when Marshall Shapiro gave athletes free meals, you didn't even have to be good.
Like I said, I was on scholarship.
Okay, all right. You mean on scholarship at the Nitty Gritty?
And at Jingles.
Okay, all right. No, right.
Just on scholarship.
So they picked the best place to go to.
So they took 12 of us guys to the Nitty Gritty.
Yeah.
This representative from the Dallas Cowboys. And I think a lot of people don't know this. I think, Homer, and I don't know, maybe people can look it up, but I think my draft class has the most players drafted at Wisconsin in 1 year.
Was that Darrell Sims, Richard Johnson?
Yeah, so we had 3 first-round draft picks.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I think we might have had 7 or 8 guys get drafted that year.
Hold on. Could I have a moment of silence for Mal Kennedy? Okay, we can move on.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Totally team that underachieved, though.
What happened?
I don't know. We should have been way better than what we were, but we totally underachieved. And so, but we had a lot of other guys outside of being drafted.
What year of draft was that again?
I don't know.
I'll help you out. Keep telling the story. It's
So,
a really good story.
This Cowboy guy, and so we had a lot of other guys that were going to go as free agents as well. So we had a lot of other guys got free agent contracts too. So we were absolutely loaded that year. And so after the dinner's over with, the guy from the Cowboys says, "Hey Gary, listen, Gil Brandt wants me to come sit with you tomorrow at wherever you're going to be watching the draft." I go, "Okay, fine." He goes, and I'll pay for dinner, breakfast, and the whole 9. I go, "Okay, fine." So next day, the guy comes over to my apartment and sits with my girlfriend and I. And then the guy comes in and says, "Now, I just want to let you know, we're not going to draft you, but you're our top free agent priority. We want to sign you right away. So as soon as the draft over, I want to sign you to a free agent contract." And back then, the Dallas Cowboys was the best team that ever had all the best free agents.
Yes.
So you're our number one priority in free
They were
agency.
way ahead of everybody
They were
else.
way ahead of the game back. They found a lot of players through free agency. So anyway, the draft came along. It was going down. I knew I was going to be drafted somewhere between the 6th and 7th round. A lot of people had already said that, so my agent had told me that. And my agency that I went in was International Management Group. And at the time, International Management Group, they did a lot of tennis, golf, and golf players. I was one of the first few players that was that they represented was a football player. So my phone rang, and it's Lee Rimmel. And Lee Rimmel says, Gary, you ready to be a Green Bay Packer? I go, absolutely. I'm just riding the road. He says, hold for Forrest Gregg. So Forrest Gregg gets on the phone, and he says, hey, welcome to Green Bay Packers. We're taking you right now with the next pick. And he goes, how you feel about that? I say, I'm honored, Mr. Gregg, to be a part of the Green Bay Packers.
That was the nicest Forrest Gregg was ever to you.
That was the nicest Forrest Gregg I ever had, that introductory phone call.
No
just
problem.
so you know. You already knew that.
I did, but I wanted to say it.
And then he hung up the phone.
Yeah.
And then right away, the guy from the Cowboys says, well, did you get drafted? I said, yeah, the Packers are taking me with the next pick. And the guy goes, okay, well, I got to leave. I got to go now. I'm going to go to some of your other players, teammates. I'm going to go to their place and try to pick them up as free agents.
I mean, I just want everybody to know, dude was shocked because there were 12 rounds.
Yes.
Okay, he was saying you were not going to be picked in 12 rounds.
Right.
All right. And you were nice. I'd have looked at him and said, what do you think now? But he'd given you a free meal. So you
gave me 2 free meals.
Two free meals.
He had dinner the night before, breakfast, and then another dinner because they took so late for the draft to get on.
Now, so
get
you probably didn't do this. As he's leaving, I go, sir, can I say what thing? I guess I was a little better than the Cowboys thought.
No, because, and here's the thing. The Cowboys took this guy by the name who's a good friend of mine, Robert Levette. They drafted him. I think he played running back at Georgia Tech at the time.
When did they take him? Are they
Robert Levette
as the free agent? Or?
No. They drafted Robert Levette. And he went to Georgia Tech
after you?
Before me. Well, I didn't get drafted, so they drafted Robert Levette, and he was a running back out of Georgia Tech. So when they drafted Robert Levette, dude, I'm better than Robert Levette. What you guys doing? What the hell? He's a little dude out of Georgia Tech.
No, Dallas had no idea how good you were.
No, well, they did. They trying to get me on a cheat.
Well,
see when Robert Levette got picked. He got picked in that draft.
All right.
Maybe 3rd or 4th round, somewhere around there.
Right.
And I was really upset.
Robert Levette. Man, you don't remember the positive, but you remember.
I remember Robert Levette. When did he get picked?
No. I would imagine, like you, I would remember in the draft every player taken that I was better than. Like, if it was tennis, I go like, dude, I kicked that guy's butt. The hell is he?
I should work out with this guy in the summertime because I'm from Georgia. So we go back to Georgia Tech. We work out with Robert Levette.
Running back, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at me. I'm just
when did he get drafted?
Pick 103 in the 4th round.
4th round.
By the way, Dan
off.
Dan Turk was pick number 101.
Dan Turk, I think he was from West Dallas.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. Went to Drake, transferred in to Wisconsin. No.
All right.
Yeah, I think he went to Drake and then transferred into Wisconsin.
There was a running back picked. I love this. Is so good.
This dude,
and
Robert
it doesn't
Levette,
matter. Hold on, but you don't know the next guy after him, pick number 104, was also a running back from West Virginia, Ron Wolfley. Ever heard of him?
Yeah, Ron Wolfley.
You better than him too?
I'm like, who is Ron Wolfley?
You'd never heard of him?
But Robert Levette really pissed me off because I knew him.
Okay, all right.
And I worked out with that dude.
You want to know the other running backs?
You kidding me?
You won't be mad about this.
In
the 5th round, pick number 114 by the Dallas Cowboys, Herschel Walker.
Well, that's not that draft, but I mean,
yes, it is that
draft. They traded and did all that kind of stuff. But yeah,
well, I think
but then they picked, and who else was they picked? I think George Adams went to the New York Giants. I think in the 1st round, who I thought I was better. I think he played at Kentucky.
Hold on. We got all. Man, they just showed you no respect whatsoever.
None.
All right, watch this. Running back, Joe McIntosh, NC State. Ever heard of him?
Yeah.
All right, Bruce King, running back, Purdue, pick 126.
Yeah.
Were you
played
better,
against
were
him.
you better than him?
Yeah, played against him.
Dan Reeder, Delaware, 135.
Delaware, I don't even know if they had a school.
All right.
The Blue Hens.
Johnny Jones, running back at Tennessee. He had to be better than you.
He was good.
He was good, yeah.
He was good.
All right, here we keep going here. Then that was a run on running backs. And in the sixth round, not a single one. Oh, fullback, Ron Davenport, Louisville.
Yeah, he's a fullback. Yeah.
They had fullbacks back then?
Yeah, well, come on, man. Our formation back then, bro.
I know, but I don't.
Everybody ran the football like that with our formation, yeah.
All right, now pick number 172 from New Mexico State, Kim Lachlan.
Yeah,
Ever heard of him?
Yeah, never heard of that dude.
Never heard of that dude?
No.
All right, and again, right after you, Ellerson, 182, Kevin Belcher.
Kevin Belcher.
Offensive tackle.
Yeah, went to the Raiders.
All right. Lionel Vital,
well, you got to say that Belcher played with me at Wisconsin.
Yes. But again, just before him and 3 picks after you, the Washington Redskins took Lionel Vital.
Yeah.
Ever heard of him?
No. And then the Packers.
Danny Bradley, running back, Oklahoma. You had to have heard of him.
No. Then the Packers took Kenny Stills, who's my roommate, in the 8th round.
In the 8th round? All right, let's check that out.
Yeah, I don't know what pick he went.
He was pick number 209.
Yeah.
Running back Scott Caldwell, Texas Arlington. Never heard of him.
No,
Curtis Adams, Central Michigan.
No.
Lee Rousen, Colorado.
No.
And these were all.
No, Lee Rousen, I think it was.
Rousen, okay.
Where did he go? What
213.
What team?
213.
The Bears?
The New York Giants.
Giants. He was okay. He played.
But these are all guys that Dallas thought were better than you because they weren't even taking. We're not even getting Marlon McIntyre, Pittsburgh. Ever heard of him?
No, never heard of Marlon McIntyre.
Jamie Covington, Syracuse.
No. What round is this? Now, you're after this.
Now we're at 9. They're not even. These are all players that.
But I was already gone, though.
I know, but these are all players that Dallas thought.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They thought because they're going to take me as a free agent.
They didn't think you were better than any of these guys.
Right. But that's what the Cowboys were doing back then. They always got these guys, these diamond in the rough, and they would sit there with these guys and try to get them for cheap.
All right, do you remember Tony Mumford, running back, Penn State?
Don't remember Tony Mumford.
He was picked 328.
No.
All right.
Not at all. Is Pebble on the board back there?
Yeah, he is.
Ask him how many Badgers got drafted that year. What year was that?
I think it was 8.
What year was that?
1985.
1985. Was there 8?
But again,
I think that's the most.
Right. But there were 12 rounds. Remember 12.
Yeah, there was the most the Badgers had ever got.
Do you remember Roosevelt Snipes?
No.
A running back out of Florida State. He was in the supplemental draft, an 8th-round pick.
No.
All right. 182.
182.
I'm honored
Best
to be,
time of my life.
There's actually 11 draft picks that year from the Badgers.
11. That's the most they've ever had.
Yeah, and again.
Now, Pebble. If Pebble can Pebble cut it off at 7? Just for giggles to see how, because they only go to 7 rounds right now.
Oh, how many were in the first 7?
How many were in the first 7?
Yeah, because you got to do it that way. Otherwise, it's not fair.
Right.
How many
first
in the top 7?
Or 8.
8.
I nailed it. Thank you. And you were part of that 8?
Yes, sir. 3 in the first round. That has never happened.
Okay.
We totally underachieved that team.
So it was Richard Johnson, a cornerback, Sims, who was a defensive lineman, and
Al Toon. Al Toon was the first one. He went to the Jets. I think then Richard Johnson and then Darrell Sims.
I would like to have someone debate whether.
Was that correct?
I believe it's arguably the 2 greatest athletes.
And then I think Scott Bergold, who was from, I think he went to Wauwatosa West, may have went in the 2nd or 3rd round to the
second round
St.
to
Louis.
Arizona.
Yeah. Was it St. Louis Cardinals? It was
They were Arizona here.
Okay.
They were Arizona back then.
And then Dan
pick
Turk
number
was the 4th
51.
round Pittsburgh. 4th round also Jeff Dellenbach went to Miami.
And
they
were the St. Louis
and then
Cardinals.
Kevin Belcher also a 7th round pick to the Raiders.
By the way, I think it could be argued that the battle of the greatest all-around athlete ever at Wisconsin is a battle between Pat Richter and Al Toon.
No. Disagree.
Yeah?
I'll tell you who the best all-around athlete ever to don a Badgers uniform. And it's neither one of those guys.
Is it you?
No.
Okay. Oh, man, what a tease.
No.
You ever done this before?
No.
From the Q Club, the tease, the greatest all-around or great, how do you want to say it?
All around.
All around.
Badger football player ever in the history.
Elroy Hirsch.
No.
I won't try anymore. The answer next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on 94.5 ESPN.
Northbound on 43, backing up out of the Marquette interchange all the way up to Keefe, so give yourself a little extra time there. Southbound side starts to slow down just before North Avenue down through the Marquette. Westbound 94, kind of a heavy ride out of the Marquette all the way towards Mitchell Boulevard itself. And the eastbound side has some pockets of heavy traffic from 76th Street towards 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear and cool, low 40 at the lakefront, 36 inland. Then tomorrow, sunshine, switching over to clouds. Afternoon chance for showers and storms, a high of 55 at the lakefront, 63 inland. Weather is brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. Find your Higher Love today, only 59 miles from Green Bay. Find higherlove.com/CBD. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strofe. Pack yourself in for ESPN Wisconsin's Draft Night. The draft is almost here, and ESPN Wisconsin is bringing its picks straight to you. Join us for the first round live from the Q Club of Wisconsin on Thursday, April 25th. Get ready for an unforgettable night packed with draft insights and insider info as the Green and Gold reloads for 2024. Hear from Wilde and Tausch, Homer and Chewy, Brian Bulaga, Gary Ellerson, John Anderson, Rob Domofsky, and more. Be there for ESPN Wisconsin's Draft Night, brought to you by the Q Club of Wisconsin.
Spring into massive April savings with the Midwest #1 automotive leader at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealership. Get incredible spring cleaning sale pricing on America's best-selling brands from both Buick and GMC at nearby Cunis locations in Greenfield and Oak Creek. Your April savings will blossom with incredible spring cleaning savings and discounts on our entire inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Cunis, we make it easy to find the vehicle of your needs, always at a price and payment that you can afford. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your ride. We're paying top Kelly Blue Book values on your trade, no matter what the mileage or condition. The weather is warming and the deals are getting hot. At your Cunis Auto Group dealerships, the Midwest #1 automotive leaders. Spring is the season for savings, exclusively at your local Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships, or shop online at shopcunis.com.
Eagle Sports Range has an unbeatable offer on concealed carry license classes. For just $49, enroll in their 3-hour class led by expert instructors prioritizing safety. Learn laws, techniques, and mindset for responsible carrying. Stick around for an optional hour of range time with instructors included in the package. Practice under professional guidance and gain confidence. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day at 2525 East Layton Avenue in Cudahy. Secure your spot at eaglesportsrange.com. Eagle Sports Range, where safety meets skill.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sporked called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about.
The Bucks are back in the postseason for the 8th consecutive year, and it's time to fear the deer once again. We want you to be a part of the electrifying action and rally your support for the team. For all things Bucks playoffs, presented by BMO, go to bucks.com/playoffs. Stay up to date on information about team send-offs and events around the city. Get the latest updates from the team. Shop the hottest gear from the Bucks Pro Shop and snag your tickets too. Head to bucks.com/playoffs for all the details.
This is the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Woke up this morning, feeling ashamed. They tell me last night I did some.
All right, this is draft day. We're at the Q Club. Everybody important is here. And now, Gary Ellerson will tell us who is the greatest athlete, all-around athlete. How do we want to put it?
Yes. I think.
Well,
maybe I'm biased.
Whatever.
From this guy from Park Falls, Wisconsin.
Hold on. Greenwood. David Greenwood.
David Greenwood.
Am I right?
Yes, Park Falls, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I think, and maybe I'm not mistaken, because Tom Oates would probably know this, but I think he is the only guy. Do you know he won a track state championship
by himself
for Park Falls High School?
Yeah.
6'3", about 215, 220.
Yeah.
Run like the wind, jump out the gym.
And a safety. Did they play safety?
And he was our punter. And when I first saw him, I was like, oh, my God, this dude is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Really, of all that he did, what impressed you the most?
Because he could do everything. I mean, if he could have played, well, he could play receiver. He could have played running back. Of course, he was a great defensive back. I mean, he could play any skill position on the football field. He was just that good.
Quarterback?
Yes. He was just that good.
Well,
just that good.
Why didn't he?
And then I think he played for, I think he went to the USFL and then played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
And then he came to Green Bay. The Green Bay was his last team. Story goes, because he came to Green Bay when I was there, he's the first guy that I saw that absolutely, he blew his groin out and it bled all the way down his leg, down to his hamstring. It was devastating.
So what did he blow out again?
Groin.
Oh.
But it bled out through his groin and to the back of his hamstring. It was all black and blue. That ended his career.
Wow. Like he just knew that there was no way he was coming back.
Couldn't rehab, couldn't come back. Yeah, done. David Greenwood.
See, maybe
best ever.
Maybe it's different now. In today's game of football, I can't believe he would have been a safety. Would he have been a wide receiver or what?
Oh, Greeny?
Yeah.
No, he was a good safety because he could do both. Because back then we had this other guy named Matt Vanderboom.
From Kimberly.
From Kimberly. He got drafted as well. Now, he would have got drafted earlier, but his last year he got concussed, and I think he missed like 8-9 games. And he was just about as good as Greeny.
Yes. He's a legend in
Kimberly, Wisconsin. Yeah, now his son also played for the Badgers as well. Quarterback, yeah.
And let us all tell the world, ain't even close, the talent between father and son. Ain't even close.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You're right.
You know what I do when when I see that?
The dad was so much.
Yeah. I need to look at the mom. I don't have to go into details.
Do you really?
No. Well, this is why these European players that come over.
Yeah.
You know, like Sabonis.
Yes.
All right. So Jim McIlvain said he's arguably the greatest center that ever played because he played in the NFL.
Right.
Or excuse me, in the NBA when he had no knees.
Right.
He basically had 2 sticks for
legs.
Right.
He was done when he got to the NBA.
Right. But he was still good even then.
He was good, yeah.
And I said, so when his son was draftable, I told the Bucks, take him. I've never seen him play. Take him. Why?
Yeah.
He's his kid. And I go, plus, I'm guessing that Sabonis was long enough ago that he didn't marry the prettiest girl in town, who might not have been a good athlete. He's in a different culture, and the kid is good. Not as good as his dad,
no, he's not good
but
as
he's
his dad.
damn good.
He's damn good.
Right.
Yep.
Now, let me just tell you this.
What?
When these Doncic's and others, if they get married over here,
what?
The run is over.
Oh, stop.
The run is over.
That's not true.
No.
Not true.
Right?
No.
Michael Jordan's kids, how'd they do? Rick Barry's kids were damn good.
One was pretty good.
Oh, they had a number of them that were good.
But one was really better than the other.
You know why they were good?
Why?
Because Rick Barry was going to marry somebody who was an athlete.
Is that what it was?
His first wife?
Yeah.
Daughter of the basketball coach in
Okay.
Miami.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And he was right. They all.
Yeah.
A number of them played in the NBA.
Yeah.
I would say 3.
So it is the run of the the Watts all over or what? What do you think?
I need to explore that, but I'm guaranteeing you. I guarantee you. I don't know. They know it. This is the problem in our era that the mothers you didn't know. I didn't know my mom was a good athlete.
Yeah.
She never did it, but she started playing tennis at 50.
Oh, my mom was
If I'd have gotten
incredible.
more from my mom instead of my dad, I'd have been a pro.
Yeah, my mom was absolutely incredible.
Good.
But my dad's side of the family
They were good too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So who are you asking about? Oh, the Watts?
Yeah, the Watts. Is
Yes.
it over? Is that run over?
Well, now he married a soccer player.
He did.
So he's got maybe a little Rick Barry in him. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I
did.
would like to know the athleticism of their mom.
Yeah.
Because
They just right across the highway.
Well, you
here.
can ask him. I don't.
Okay.
This whole discussion in theory
tonight.
offends people sometimes.
It does, and I don't want to touch it.
That's fine.
I'm gonna let you go home with it. I'm trying to skate somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because you going and you going in some waters. I don't want to jump in that water.
Fine.
Okay.
You don't have to jump in that water, but that doesn't mean the lake it doesn't exist.
Sure.
All right. We'll take another break. Do you have another tease or something as good? All right. Here's mine for when you get to the NFL.
Yes.
You're a rookie.
Yeah.
All you're worried about is surviving.
Correct.
But do you remember observing anyone, either a veteran well, you already talked about James Lofton was not human.
Yeah.
But like other rookies, you don't have to mention names,
Yeah.
where they were drafted ahead of you or where you went, ooh, that dude is good.
Yeah.
That dude is really good. Or, I know he was a 4th-round pick, but I think players know very early where the other person fits.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know exactly, but I got a range.
Yes.
Doesn't take long, right?
Yes.
Had you ever seen a player like James Lofton?
Never. That's so you're talking about a Hall of Famer, right? So that's in a whole nother.
But that doesn't surprise you at all because he appeared that much out of the norm for even the NFL.
Oh, yes.
Like, you see the entire team, you go, hey, nobody like him.
No, nobody like him. But then you watch Philip Epps run a 40.
Right.
And he only had to run time.
Right.
One time. Everybody else had to run it 3 times.
Right.
Everybody, my rookie year, everybody gathered around. I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I knew Philip Epps, but I didn't know.
All right, hold on. This is so
Phillip
good,
Epps.
we got a tease.
Okay.
This is so good, it's a tease.
Okay.
You know what it's a tease for?
What?
So good.
Okay.
Next.
All right.
The Homer Hour is back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We do have an accident now on eastbound 94, just past Elm Grove Road, off on the right shoulder. So that's something to keep in mind if you're heading through there. A little bit of bunching with that. Northbound 43 backing up from just before Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Keefe. Southbound side slowing down right from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette. Westbound 94 slowing down out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Right now from downtown to the zoo, you're looking at about an 8 or 9 minute ride. An extra 2 or 3 minutes onto your normal ride. And 894 westbound is going to be backed up out of the Mitchell through the construction zone all the way to 68th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear and cool, low of 40 at the lakefront, 36 inland. Tomorrow, sunshine switching over to clouds, afternoon chance for showers and storms, a high of 55 at the lake, 63 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And you know, there's more to being a local Wisconsin bank than perfectly pronouncing Oconomowoc or Waukesha. Or is it Waukesha? But rest assured, at Great Midwest Bank, we understand the local community and economy because we're a part of it. At GMB, we provide customized lending products that others just can't offer. Experience a hometown banking difference. Head to greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care, because we get you. So get out on the road and stay safe with quality automotive parts and service at unbeatable prices. Like $100 instant savings when you buy 4 Michelin, BF Goodrich, or Uniroyal tires. Save on select Kurt Swivel Jacks, $59.99. 10% off all Carl Star Lawn and Garden and trailer tires. Plus, doorbusters like $100 off a 40-gallon Reliance water heater. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe You're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Injuries happen, but you don't have to play in pain or stay on the sidelines. Whether it's your kids dealing with a sports injury, college athletes, or the rest of us weekend warriors, the experts at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin will quickly diagnose your problem, lay out a treatment plan that works for you, and get you back in the game. They fixed my knee. My mother-in-law is back on the dance floor with a new hip. These are the experts you can trust. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Do you have a car, boat, ATV, or motorcycle? 1965, Barton Cherry Star started the Rawhide Youth Service. And for whatever reason, from the very beginning, they said, you know how we're going to raise money? We're going to get people to donate vehicles. I don't know how that came, but they've been doing it for that long. They need vehicle donations to support their mission. Rawhide is a faith-based nonprofit that helps thousands of youth every year, many right here in Milwaukee, overcome trauma, suicidal thoughts, and live better lives. I met them both. I always wanted to ask them, who came up with the idea of vehicles? Because nobody did it that way but them. Now, some people do. You'll see vehicles, but that was the way they did it from the beginning. So join the history. Rawhide.org/donate and learn how you can help today. Also, I tell you about Fisco Auto Body, so you'll have a
Fisco.
Right, so you'll like me, because people go there, and they're amazingly good. And they think their biggest surprise is not that Fisco is good, is that, damn, Homer knows what he's talking about. I don't take that offensively. Like, way to go, Homer. Yes, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. You got it taken care of forever. Family business, owned since 1931. So it's not what they do, it's who they are. They're doing it so long before they do it for you that they're pros. Fisco, as Gary said, to remember the name. All right.
Real quick,
we are at the Q Club, and this is fabulous. The draft is coming up. And
you talk about the Q Club. I want to shout out to the Q Club real quick.
You got a long connection with the Q Club.
But every time we do a show here, aren't these chairs unbelievable?
They're the best.
These are the best chairs
I've ever had on location anywhere.
These are the best chairs, and I've been bugging Mike and Holly for years.
Yeah.
Can I just have one of these chairs? I want one of these chairs in my house.
Yeah, you were pick number 182 in the NFL draft.
And I beg them every time I come, can I have one of these chairs?
You have places to put your feet at the bottom of it.
And Mike laughs at me every time. And I think Hollywood might probably let me take one home.
And you have.
But Mike laughs at me every time that I ask that I want to take one of these chairs home.
You know why this is a perfect Wisconsin chair?
Why?
First of all, it isn't one of those lounge chairs. You go back. It's good for your back.
Yes.
And it's soft. And it has two
cup holders.
Two cup holders.
Not one, but two.
Yes. Only in Wisconsin.
Yes. Yeah. Best chairs ever.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Unbelievable.
And these are old enough that they probably need to replace them with newer ones.
I bet they don't make these anymore. I bet you can't buy these chairs anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, these chairs used to slip back a little bit, but I think they stopped them from doing that.
Well, no,
because they had to replace them.
And then for us, they're higher.
But this is perfect for my back.
They're higher than chairs normally.
Perfect for my back.
Yes.
Oh, did I tell you June 26th I'm having back surgery? They're gonna fuse my L3, L4, my back, and clean out my S1. I'll be down for like 8 weeks.
I just want to thank the Lord for not giving me the talent to be a good football player, because I would have loved it just whooping up on people. And now I always wanted to, and now I'm glad I didn't, because every pro football player I know, it's one injury after another.
Yeah, well, when you get older, like now I'm in my 60s, so now I had the knee replacement about 5 years ago.
I know.
6 years ago,
Yeah.
Now having a
You go to the
I'm
NFL
having a
alumni
back
golf
fusion.
tournament,
Oh,
it's the most
it's a
depressing
mess.
thing in the world.
It can be, yes.
But I think it's better now because they
Yeah.
make so much money. Guys quit, leave earlier, or
They
whatever.
do.
I think they're
They do.
healthier now.
They're healthier,
Right?
way healthier.
Yeah, we need to have Forrest Gregg come back and do 4 days. How many days did you do in the
Three.
Right.
All depends how he felt, because there was no rules.
Excuse me?
We didn't. Now these jokers, they have rules. I mean,
union.
They're off a day, on a day. They practice 5 days. They got to be off 3 days or whatever they got. We didn't have any of that kind of stuff going on.
All right, and now, though this has nothing to do with the draft, by the way, my sources tell me that a good idea would be to think that the Packers will move up to pick 16. They're at 25 if they like somebody, because that's Seattle's pick, and the Packers and Seattle with John Schneider, they've had a relationship of moving before. And so if the Packers are to move up, that's the best bet, because they probably wouldn't have to pay too much, because you're moving up. I predicted they would move up 2 spots, kind of like Jordan Love. If there's somebody that Goody likes so much that he thinks, as I believe he did with Jordan Love, I'm never going to get a chance for a player that good that I have rated that high this late in the first round, I'm moving up a couple spots to get him. If he feels that way about some other player who might be around, because there's so much quarterback love, and this is supposed to be a really, really, really good draft.
So you asked me what he's going to do? Is that what you're asking me?
If you
want you want me to answer that?
I mean, I'm guessing. Everybody's guessing.
Well, everybody's guessing.
But somebody did tell me that who's not guessing, that Seattle and the Packers would make sense.
I think they stay where they are.
Okay.
And I think they've got enough picks to do what they need to do. And I think the Packers, and you never know what the Packers are going to do, but for me, Homer, I think they need offensive linemen.
Got to have a tackle
In this draft,
Yeah.
bad. Plural.
Yes.
They need more than one.
Well, because they always draft, every offensive lineman they draft, I think, is a tackle in college.
Yeah.
And they believe they could play other positions.
Yeah.
But there's nobody who feels comfortable about what they have at left tackle. They're not worried, but
Not comfortable. Right. So I say they take the kid from Duke. Is it Graham?
I'd have to look it up.
Graham Barton or something like that. I
believe it is Barton. Yeah.
Graham Barton, I think that's who they go get. Or either Tyler Guyton, I believe. I think he's out of Oklahoma. I think they take one of those guys in the first round. I also believe that the Packers will take 2 offensive linemen in their first 5 picks. Listen,
Wow.
you've got Josh Nijman is gone, correct? Bakhtiari is gone, and Runyon is gone. So they don't have any depth. They need not necessarily bodies, but they need depth at the offensive lineman, and they don't have that yet. So if you asking me a need, they have a big need for offensive linemen on this team.
My guy about Graham Barton says, if there ever was an offensive line prospect that fit the sweet spot between NFL size, athletic ability, overall versatility, and the potential to be available around the area the Packers have their pick in the first round, he would be that guy. Immediate starter at guard with the likelihood to become a Pro Bowl player in his first contract.
Yeah.
Whoa.
If he's there, that's who they take. I don't see them moving up. I think there's a lot of offensive linemen in this draft. There may be 5 or 6, I think, that's going to go in the first round. And you're going to have another 5 quarterbacks that's going to go in the first round. And you're probably going to have another 5 or 6 receivers that's going to go in the first round. I don't know about defensive backs. It doesn't seem like defensive backs are very heavy or high up in this year's draft.
No player that primarily played guard in college has ever been drafted by Gutekunst. Wow. Only Josh Myers played a position other than tackle. All players were drafted from Power 5 teams.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right.
So Graham Barton is my guy.
All right.
That's where they go.
So if they don't move,
if he falls to them, that's where they go.
If he's at 25.
They have to take him. Now, like I say, they have 5 picks in the first 95 picks or something like that?
Their picks
91.
Thanks for asking. Their picks are 25, 41, 58, 88, and 91.
Yeah. Is that 5 picks?
That is 5, yep.
So 2 of those, I think, are going to be offensive linemen. No doubt.
Now, they've had so much luck drafting players later as offensive players. I'm going to go against you.
Okay.
I'll bet you a.
Well, we'll be here because I'll be back on again with you at 7 o'clock.
Right,
Just
but
want
they're
everybody
only
to know.
going to take one pick today. So
Well, I understand, but we still got plenty of time.
You say two.
I'm just putting on words.
You say two of the first three. Is it what did you say again?
5.
Oh, two of the first
five picks will be offensive linemen.
Oh, I might join your club on that.
Yeah.
Because I can see pick number 91. I can see that being an
Yeah.
offensive line. Because
Yeah.
that's the top 100, but you're getting close to
Yeah.
3 through. All right. We are at the Q Club. It's fabulous here. There are a lot of people here already, even though the Packers don't draft for like 6 hours.
That's okay.
5:40, they draft in about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Somebody has figured that exact time out. Oh, I've got to throw in this information someone sent
What
me.
information you got?
Talking about the greatest athlete ever.
Okay.
Interviewed Anthony Munoz.
Yo. Freak.
Okay, explain.
I think he can still play right now. Anthony
The
Munoz.
offensive lineman,
Offensive tackle.
He was
Cincinnati
like
Bengals.
He's like I think of him as like 6'8", 350 pounds.
Oh, no.
And not an
350.
ounce of fat on
No
him.
fat, but not 350.
Not 350?
No.
What?
No, I don't
Smaller?
think he was 350. Yeah. I mean,
I'll look him
Pebble
up.
can look it up, but he was
All
never.
right.
He wasn't.
Told
350.
him I was from Madison. He said the greatest athlete I've ever seen was from Madison, Alan Amici.
Okay.
I don't know how.
I thought
Anthony
El Amici
Munoz-
was from Kenosha.
All right. I think you're right. I don't know how Anthony Munoz would know Alan Amici.
Yeah.
He's not old enough.
Yeah.
I don't remember Alan Amici,
Yeah.
and I'm old.
Yeah.
And there's no way Anthony Munoz is 70. How old is he probably?
Well, I mean,
60?
Yeah.
He played when you were playing?
Well, I mean, if you talk to all the old heads, the best athlete ever played was Jim Thorpe.
Yes.
I mean, if you're getting that, I mean, so now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm saying the best guy that I ever played with in college was David Greenwood, hands
Right.
down.
And in the pros,
Now,
James Lofton.
James Lofton. But the story I was going to tell you, we come in.
Who are we looking up? Oh, Anthony Munoz. Go ahead.
No,
keep
we
going.
come in and we do all these testings, Homer. So we got to do the broad jump, right? We got to do the shuttle drill. We got to do the bench press. We got to do the 40, right? We got to do all these drills. Everybody's doing them all. It's our first day in training camp. And
First day?
yeah, so we got to do all these tests.
Damn, Anthony Munoz is almost as old as me.
Yeah, he's what is
65.
Yeah, 65.
All right. 6'6", 278.
So
Rear righty.
they shut down all the drills. Okay, everybody come over. Everybody come over. Got to watch this. Everybody come over. We got to watch this. We got to watch Philip Epps run the 40.
In like 2 seconds.
So they stop everything. The whole team is lined up watching Philip Epps run the 40. This happens for nobody else. Philip Epps ran the 40 in 4:15. Everybody else got to run the 40 3 times. Philip Epps only did one exercise, one time, and that was the 40.
All right, before we break.
No bench press.
All right, but.
No shuttle.
All right, but.
No.
We saw him play very fast, but James Lofton was 10 times as good as Philip Epps.
Yeah, but he wasn't running the 4:15.
I know, but how could James Lofton have been so much better given how fast Philip Epps was? And he was a pretty good receiver,
because James
too.
Lofton's like 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, so,
dude. I mean, come
so
on.
all Philip Epps could do is
run the 40, man.
It's like 5.
Let's watch this. You'll never see this ever in your life.
The fastest you've ever seen.
He was the fastest guy in the NFL for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
He was faster than Darryl Green, bro. Darryl Green's fast.
Yes, he is.
He was faster than Darryl Green. Do you remember they used to have
Darryl
that?
Green was.
You remember they used to
playing
have that?
defensive back
You
for the
remember they used to have
Washington
that contest? What was that contest? The All-American contest on Wide World of Sports.
Correct.
With all the football players and that.
Yes.
They bring them all and they do this
They
contest.
didn't do it long, but
Yeah, but he beat everybody.
It's crushed him.
Only thing that Philip Epps did was run the 40 one time.
But
that's it.
He caught some passes. He was decent.
Yeah. No, he was a good football player. I'm just saying he didn't have to do the shuttle drill, no bench press, none of the other things everybody else had to do. Just run the 40.
All right, so
one time.
you're watching it.
Yeah.
And are you going, that's the fastest human I've ever seen?
I
in my
said,
life.
damn.
So you ran it individually. He wasn't running against anybody.
No, just on air.
But
yeah.
you knew that it was special. Without a stopwatch, you knew it was special.
Hey, if you ever have a chance to go to one of these things and witness something like that, it's absolutely incredible.
Kid from Texas they're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
He's Philip Epps.
Yes.
All right, we'll figure out the question to ask. We're at the Q Club. It's fabulous here. People getting ready for the NFL draft. I got multiple drinks here. Look at this.
You got a colored drink there. What did you got?
I don't know. I have a hunch, but I don't think I should say my hunch.
Okay.
Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on 94.5 ESPN.
Plans for the postseason? Check out the new fashion, the hottest new spot in Deer District to catch all the action of the Milwaukee vs. Indiana playoff showdown in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Enjoy the 50-tap pour wall and mouth-watering eats from Vincent's Restaurant Group. Dive into hyper bowling, street curling, and dartball for added fun. Don't miss a moment of the action. It's all about fun and games at the new fashion. The new fashion, where great food, fantastic drinks, and thrilling games are served up with a twist. Located in the heart of Deer District. See you there.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at discount liquor.
Baseball and tailgating, 2 of Wisconsin's traditions, are back. Have you made a game plan? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. For over 60 years, we've been part of the starting lineup that makes your tailgate an experience. With over 2,000 varieties of beer, 4,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines, we're your pre-game headquarters. It's not a game without a tailgate, and it's not a tailgate without a stop at Discount Liquor, where we literally have everything you need to get back to your baseball traditions. So before you head to the ballpark, head to Discount Liquor, 2 area locations in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow.
Discount Liquor.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls, and right now, schedule your free in-home estimate, and for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Plus, a free upgrade to triple pane glass, and they'll double your energy tax credit. Restrictions apply. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Suit up for the $800,000 Sports Car Series at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. April through May, score free play, cash, one of 4 new Toyota GR86s or a new Toyota Supra. Play with your club card to earn entries, 5 times the entries on drawing days, and when the Milwaukee Brewers play at home. Got what it takes? Slugger, only at Potawatomi. For more details, visit paysbig.com/sportscar. Must be 21 and a club member to play.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend. Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production. Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week, Marcus and his son Chris are joined by former Milwaukee Bucks point guard Brandon Jennings. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
We are at the Q Club. We being this is the Gary Ellerson NFL Draft. 182 he was selected in the 1985 draft. They had 12 rounds. The Dallas Cowboys, he doesn't tell the story this well, and this is how I would say it. The Dallas Cowboys thought I sucked. They were going to draft me at the end of the 12 rounds.
Yeah.
I got picked in the 7th round.
Right.
Which makes no sense because at the time, Dallas supposedly had the greatest scouting bureau of everyone.
They did.
They were drafting basketball, but they were just way ahead of the curve.
They were.
But they have never missed on a player. Is Gil Brown, I think he died. Because I'd ask him,
he's dead.
I'd say, Gil, did you ever miss on a player more than you missed on Gary Ellis?
He's.
You didn't think he'd be taken in 12 rounds.
Then
taken in the
my
7th.
first professional game was against
the Dallas Cowboys.
Preseason game
in
Dallas with a hole in the roof.
I tried
to tat it.
Did you talk to them and say, you guys?
Oh, no, they knew I was good. They're just trying to get a joker on cheap.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have gone there. Like, they didn't go there after other running backs.
They should have taken me instead of Robert Levette.
Yes, they didn't think you were that good.
Yeah, come on, man.
They thought you were going to be taken after the 12th round. That means they weren't taking you.
Yeah.
After the 12th round, the list of all the people?
Yeah.
All right, I always give the distance, and I tell everybody about American Place Casino.
Yeah,
located in Lake County, Illinois. And, again, this is what you need to know. This is what you need to know. Half hour south of Franklin.
Okay.
Half hour south of Franklin. That's all.
Right.
Now, they have all the other stuff, table games, great stuff, slot machines, sports book. They have all the great deals, AmericanPlaceCasino.com. But know this. When Homer talks about American Place Casino, what am I going to say? Less than a half hour from Franklin.
Okay.
Well, it says just a half hour, and I think legally, I'm going to have to do this. I think you can drive legally and make it in 25 minutes.
Okay.
That's what you need to know about American Place Casino. All right. Any last? I think somebody said, how about Seattle? They have the 16th pick. The guy that we were talking about, that you mentioned about Philip Epps, in terms of, I said, hey, the guy you need to talk about, Xavier Worthy, wide receiver out of Texas. It's Philip Epps, that fast.
Yep.
So, all right.
Yeah.
You confident in Goody? Give me your big picture view as we get ready for the draft.
Yeah, I just think the big picture view for me, I think in this draft, it's got to be about offensive linemen, obviously. And I think they're feeling like they need a defensive back.
Safety.
Yeah, I think so. I think they feel like they need that.
But they could have a young one now because they really like the guy they got from the Giants as a leader.
Exactly. But they still can go in free agency and bring in a veteran if they need to for a defensive back. They still got money to spend. So for me, I think it's about defensive backs. I think it's about whether they want Isaiah McDuffie, whether they want to pick a high for inside backer there, or are they okay with him? I think those are one of the things that I think you'll see them looking at. So for me, it's offensive lineman, defensive back, inside linebacker.
Do you have confidence in Goody, and what's your history with Goody? I, for one, thought he sucked with the number of his picks, especially wide receivers and tight ends, and now the last 2 years he's been outstanding. So
absolutely.
I have way more confidence than I used to, but I don't know. Have you always had confidence in him, or is he on a hot streak to you as well?
Well, I mean, I think if you go back when he first took over, when you got the Smith brothers, right? Zadarius and Preston Smith, he
but that
plugged
was
the whole
free agency.
But I understand, it's still all the same thing.
It is, I agree.
You're still building your team.
People need to be told that. Tell them that again.
Right, he's still building the team.
It's about how you build the team. You can't look at one area.
Right, so he's still building your team. So he still had a knack of filling certain holes. Yeah, that was in free agency, but he still went and got it done. Because at that time, you lost Nick Perry, and the jersey you're wearing right now is
Clay Matthews. They moved up a little bit to get Clay Matthews. I thought that would fit.
And B.J. Raji,
Yes.
So I think right now when you look at where they are, they're in a good position. I don't really think they need to move. I mean, if they do, that's up to them. I still think they can get players where they are right now and still be okay. I mean, I don't think they're pressing at any spot, most certainly not at receiver and not at tight end. Now, here's another thing. My pie in the sky, if Braylon Allen is around in the third or fourth round, let's get him, Goody.
Hold on.
Come on, Goody.
Hold on. This is where you can't leave this part out. The issue isn't should they take him. The issue is how early do you think they should take him, because that tells me how good you think he is. For example, if he's going to be available in the third round, I think he'll might be available in the fourth round.
Like I said.
How early would you take him if you were the Green Bay Packers?
Probably fourth round.
All right. Okay. And you like
he's
him
there.
because
He'd be a good fit in Green Bay.
But you like him because
I think he'll be a good fit with Josh Jacobs. And you need another guy because the Packers always do this. Are they going to re-sign A.J. Dillon after this year? Probably not.
Probably not.
So
no, they're going to get a young guy.
So they need another guy.
The question is, does he fumble or can he catch the ball?
I think he'll be fine.
All right. Higher Love, the Higher Love Cannabis Company. You know what I'm going to tell everybody, how far it is. Yes, Higher Love, less than an hour from Green Bay. Higher Love Cannabis Company, less than an hour from Green Bay. 7 stores across the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, just over the border, Menominee. They have the new brick-and-mortar store, Menominee. And again, they're the only UP cultivator offering organic, clean, green, certified products, which means you can count on them to provide the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. But more than anything else, Higher Love Cannabis Company, you better think of one thing first and foremost. Yep, less than an hour from Green Bay. How far from Green Bay, Gary?
Less than an hour. Bring me your higher love. Your higher love.
We are at the Q Club. It's been fabulous. Place is packed. And now everybody else is taking over because they think I need a rest after an hour. Do you think I need a rest, 182?
No.
Hell no. But it'll be Ben Brust and I think Chewy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Chewy is here.
There he is in front of you.
Oh, there he is. Wow, he's old.
He's got merch.
He's old. Next.
We do have a problem on northbound 41 just after Capitol Drive. We got the